Level 1. Your account is frozen at $23. That's all you have left. Then suddenly, your phone vibrates. Payment declined. You check your banking app again. Negative $48. And within the next few hours, another notification appears. Overdraft fee, $34. This is how millions of people begin their mornings. Not with motivation, not with opportunity, but with panic. And the terrifying part? The bank doesn't care whether you went negative by $5 or $500. The system reacts the exact same way. Cold, automatic, instant. You rush to the gas station before work. Your card declines. You try again because maybe the machine made a mistake. Declined again. Now people are waiting behind you. And suddenly your brain turns into a calculator. Did rent already process? Did my paycheck arrive? Did Apple charge me again? This is what financial pressure actually feels like. Not dramatic movie scenes. Just quiet humiliation in public places. Then the bank offers something called overdraft protection, which sounds helpful until you realize what it really means. Instead of rejecting the payment, the bank covers it temporarily, then charges you another fee for the privilege. One mistake can cost $70 in a single day. And the craziest part? Banks make billions every year from people who are already struggling. Not from millionaires. From workers living paycheck to paycheck. At this level, you don't get flexibility. You don't get patience. You get penalties. Because to the system, you are risk. Level 2. Low balance. You finally escape overdraft territory. Barely. Now your account floats around $300. Sometimes $500. But one unexpected bill, and everything collapses again. You're not drowning anymore. But you're definitely not swimming. This is where the bank quietly starts charging you for existing. Monthly account fees. $10 here, $15 there. Automatically removed every month because your balance is too low. Think about how insane that sounds. If you already had thousands sitting untouched, the fee would disappear. But because you don't, you pay extra. The rich avoid fees by having money. The poor get punished for lacking it. That's how the system works. Your savings account earns almost nothing. Pennies. Meanwhile, the bank takes your deposits and lends money out at massive interest rates. And this is usually the moment people start chasing credit. You apply for a card hoping for breathing room. But the bank still doesn't trust you fully. So they offer a secured card. Which basically means you give the bank your own money first, so they can lend it back to you. That's how low trust works financially. At this level, nobody is rude to you. But nobody truly cares either. You are placed into automated systems. Long hold times. Generic emails. Customer support reading from scripts. You are not a relationship. You are data. Level 3. Consistent income. Now something changes. Not emotionally. Mathematically. Your paycheck starts arriving regularly. Every 2 weeks. Same pattern. Same amount. And suddenly, the bank notices you. Not with congratulations. With offers. Credit cards. Personal loans. Pre-approvals. The institution that ignored you before now wants your attention. Why? Because consistency is profitable. Banks love predictability. A predictable person is easier to lend to. And easier people make banks money. For the first time, the system starts opening doors instead of closing them. Your account fees disappear. Your card limits increase. Your applications stop getting rejected instantly. And psychologically, this changes everything. Because life finally stops feeling like survival mode. But here's where the real shift begins. Level 4. Growing savings. This level is not flashy. No luxury cars. No penthouses. Just discipline repeated for years. You stop buying things to impress people. You build emergency savings. You pay your cards on time. And little by little, your financial profile transforms. Then one day, your credit limit increases without you even asking. Your loan rates drop. And suddenly borrowing money becomes cheaper. This is the hidden advantage wealthy people rarely talk about. The more financially stable you become, the less expensive life gets. Two people can buy the exact same car, and one will pay thousands more over time, simply because the system trusts them less. That's how wealth quietly compounds. Not only through income, but through better terms, better rates, better opportunities. And once that starts happening, the game changes completely. Level 5. Serious savings. Now your accounts look different. Maybe 30,000 saved. Maybe 70,000 invested. Maybe more. This is when the bank starts treating you like an important customer. You call support, and someone answers quickly. Problems get solved faster. Fees disappear more easily. Some banks even assign you a dedicated banker. Notice how differently the world responds now. Same person, different balance. At this level, the institution actually wants to keep you happy. Because now your money matters to them. You start receiving premium credit card offers, better rewards, investment opportunities, exclusive financial products. The doors that were invisible before suddenly appear. And most people never realize this is happening. Because nobody announces it publicly. The system just quietly becomes easier. Level 6. High net worth. Hundreds of thousands invested. Possibly over 1 million. Now banking stops feeling transactional. It becomes personal. You no longer sit on hold forever. You don't explain your situation repeatedly. One call solves problems immediately. Loan approvals move faster. Transfers move faster. Rules become flexible. And that word matters. Flexible. Because wealthy people experience systems differently. Not illegally. Strategically. Banks begin competing for your business. Your mortgage rates become lower. Your investment access expands. Financial advisors start asking about your long-term goals. Not because they suddenly care deeply about your dreams. Because your financial future is now profitable to them. At this level, you stop feeling like a customer. You start feeling protected. And then comes the level most people never see. Level 7. Very wealthy. Several $1 million in assets. Now the bank unlocks an entirely different world. Private investment opportunities. Exclusive funds. Rates that are never advertised publicly. Entire teams managing one client relationship. One person handles investments. Another handles taxes. Another handles estate planning. And here's where reality becomes uncomfortable. The richer you get, the easier money becomes. Your mortgage rates are dramatically lower. Your investment opportunities are stronger. And even mistakes become less expensive. Because the system bends toward people who already have leverage. Meanwhile, the average person is still paying overdraft fees for missing $20. That's the gap nobody talks about honestly. And finally, level 8. Ultra wealthy. At this level, banking no longer feels like banking. It feels like private infrastructure. You don't wait in lines. You don't call customer service. You text your private banker directly. Large transactions happen quietly. Deals are customized personally. Fees disappear before you even ask. Because now, the relationship itself is valuable. The institution knows your name, your family, your companies, your future plans. Losing you would cost them serious money. So the experience becomes smooth, human, flexible. And once you understand all these levels, you realize something most people never notice. Banks do not treat everyone equally. The poorer you are, the harsher the system feels. The wealthier you become, the softer the system becomes around you. That's the hidden truth. But this video is not about feeling angry. It's about understanding the game. Because once you understand how money actually works, you stop making emotional decisions. You stop chasing appearances. You stop destroying your future for short-term comfort. And slowly, decision by decision, you begin climbing levels most people stay trapped inside forever.